A very good morning to you. It is a beautiful Thursday. Thank you so much for choosing to start your day right here with us.
Now, of course, besides the excitement of planning your weekend way ahead, Thursday gives you the opportunity to look back at the week that is almost wrapping up, the eve of the weekend.
Yes,
That's
sir.
what it's called, right?
That means one thing and one thing only. You can start celebrating your accomplishments. Thank God that you made it this far. You know, there are quite a few people that cannot say the same. But hey, don't forget to take note that there are some challenges and lessons that you can learn from them.
Now, of course, that's a perfect reason why we bring that morning sunshine into your face to brighten your day. We have a great show specially set for you.
Yeah.
Just chill, relax, grab a cup of tea, coffee, juice. What else can you grab?
Well,
Water.
anything nourishing this morning. We're talking about making sure our immunity stays strong. So
Water, yeah.
fruits is also great. Hey.
But ultimately, of course, it's the universal solvent, water. So whatever you can, grab it and let's enjoy the show to the end. I am Mike Mesikeno.
And I'm Titilayo Onyinson. Please, if you need to move around, you can always stream live on tvcentertainment.tv and on Facebook at TVC Connect.
Now, of course, be a part of a conversation online on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. On all our social media networks is at TVC Connect. Use the hashtag Wake Up Naija on TVC.
Yes. So if you would like to see Tokwe and her amazing dress this morning, you can always use our app that's also available for download. You can get it on the Android or iOS store. And as she's smiling and drinking her beverage very peacefully in the kitchen.
I like that word, peacefully.
Peacefully.
Minding my business.
Yes.
Washing my hands, staying away from coughing people, and minding my good morning.
Yes, so some social distancing.
Social distancing.
That's the word of the year.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's probably going to be added to the dictionary
very soon, I'm sure.
But hey, we have quite a bit coming up, yes? Our first musical performance for the day. We have a singer and record producer, Libra.
There's still more music. Afro-pop act King Coco will be dropping our second performance.
Now, if you like Zobo, or should we call it hibiscus juice, you want to know how it's made? Stick around. We'll be showing you loads more on the show.
And then we also have a live band performance. Sax Maestro will be coming with some unique Afrocentric tune.
For those that know Wake Up Nigeria, they know Thursday is all about art. We have a self-taught visual artist, Benjamin, coming into the studio. Now he's here to showcase some of his beautiful art pieces.
And we have Cordelia, a female deputy superintendent of police who is changing the status quo by serving her country. She will be here this morning and we will have a chat with her.
And finally, we'll move on to chat with former Big Brother Naija Pepedem edition contestant, Jeff Mweke. All right then.
Ooh,
Thursday,
morning.
finally.
Yeah, Thursday
So,
morning.
talk about why did you go? Good morning. It looks like you're a little.
Adulting is hard.
What? Adulting.
Adulting is hard.
What?
I want to go like 10 years back.
Okay.
Maybe 15 years back and just start again.
Okay.
And enjoy being a child, taken care of.
Okay, is it the work part that's
Yes.
hard? Okay,
The
so you've been working, huh?
Yeah. So right after the show yesterday, I'm on a movie set. I went to set and I filmed till 2 a.m. sharp.
Goodness
And
me.
then I had, in fact, my alarm
You want
told
to be
me.
a celeb now.
Wow. It's not about the
It's not about-
celebrity.
You want to be a star now.
You don't want to be a star.
You want to be AMVC now.
Well, in fact,
And then you think they'll just bring it to your lap and just drop it and say, talk about it, take AMVC.
I mean, if they do that, would they do anything wrong?
There's dignity in labor, though. The fact that you're young, you're strong, you can do the work now. Just enjoy it, because there'll become a point where they won't be calling you for a job again. Or, you know, you go to look for the
Please,
job.
they'll call me and choose
Okay, you know what I'm
You know
talking
something I
about.
love about being a good actor, actress is that at whatever stage of your life, there's always something to do. In fact, there's this particular actor who once said that, look, even when I die, my I can, my,
call it
my,
for a
I
dead
can still
role.
be, my body can still be used for a role. Like, so he was talking about it being an actor, so there's always something.
Yes,
I mean, look at someone like Morgan Freeman,
Yeah.
who,
Yeah,
I
true.
mean, picked like maybe after his 50s or even 60s, and a role, you
There's
can't play
still
his
roles.
role.
No.
Okay, well, with the advancement when it comes to CGI and all of that, we've seen where people are aged and de-aged, but then
Aged,
there's
yeah.
nothing like the real person, because you
Yeah.
always have issues. Remember, what's it now?
That Will
Gemini
Smith.
Man.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it can be a very hard process. So you'd rather get somebody who fits or
Fits
suits the profile.
I was just thinking about the lady that plays M, that used to play M in James Bond, and how I watched a documentary where apparently someone has to read the script to her because most of the time she can't even read it. Her eyes are so bad, but she still acts it
Acts
out.
it.
Like that's some dedication to her craft.
Yeah.
Sure. In fact,
And it's now like, you know what? No matter how old I get, no matter how long I've been in the industry, I'm gonna just keep going. So she's acted in so many powerful roles where people
Yeah.
actually literally had to read the script to her
Oh, wow.
for her to
To get it.
digest it.
Yeah.
That's dedication.
Yeah.
You know?
I was talking to a producer like 2 days ago, and he was telling me how on the set of a short film, and a very prominent person, won't call names, had problems getting her lines, so they had to give her like cue cards
Wow.
for a short film.
Wow.
So sometimes, as much as you're sellable, you might not be so talented.
Yeah. Well,
Yes. So
not reading it was
not being able to
she
cram
can't
it.
she can't
Yeah.
deliver her lines, so they always have to say hold the card to show
okay,
her.
but when she does it, does she do it quite well?
She does it well.
She does it well, but it's you're causing them downtime.
Maybe you know, you have issues of people who are dyslexic. You understand?
Yeah, no, but-
she can be dyslexic, and it might be an issue. Reading might be a
Yeah,
problem.
but that's not her problem.
And that's not a problem.
She's just a sellable face.
What we need now is to get an update on what's happening around the world. And news is up next. Mike, it's all yours.
All right, so now this is the news. I'm Mike Mesikeno. Wednesday was a busy day across the country, from Lagos, where 5 more cases of the coronavirus were confirmed, to the federal capital, where the Minister of Health briefed the nation about efforts being made to contain the spread. By Saturday, restrictions will be in force at the nation's airports for 13 countries, including the United States, the United Kingdom, Italy and Spain, that have been identified as high a risk as a result of a number of deaths and infections. In some parts of the north, schools will remain closed for 30 days after one case was discovered. The Lagos state government has also announced that it is closing all private and public schools from next Monday. And the rest of the world is bracing for a lockdown as the virus continues to spread, with a spike in infections as high as 18%. And in a bid to prevent a major outbreak, the Lagos state government is taking crucial measures, and one of them is suspending religious activities and gatherings of more than 50 persons, a move that will last for 4 weeks, with a necessary review to be carried out if needed. A 15-member committee has been set up to monitor the enforcement of the suspension in the state to ensure Muslims and Christians abide by the decision.
Based on the fact on the ground, everybody will see that the government meant well, and that it's not in the interest of anybody that people should gather at this time. Because where this disease has been fought and it's been rolled back, the first thing they did was to suspend such gatherings. And we think that before we have a blowout on our hands, that it will be very nice for Nigeria, for Lagos State, to apply these rules. So it's not something that we are going to be thinking about enforcing. It's an advisory, but a very strong one. But thankfully, religious leaders, they understand, and they are going to, there's a committee that is going to monitor it immediately.
The Ogun State government has also taken the same move but took it a step further by including social clubs, halls, cinemas, nightclubs, restaurants, cafes and sports arenas. This measure will be in place for the next 30 days, and Governor Dakpo Abiodun has advised religious leaders to sensitize residents on the need to adhere to the restriction. Now, as part of efforts to contain the global spread of the COVID-19 pandemic, Kwara State government says it will be shutting down schools from Monday, March 23rd. It has also asked the people of the state to maintain the highest level of hygiene, to remain calm and adhere to all safety measures earlier announced by the Kwara State Ministry of Health and other national bodies. The federal government has ordered the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation to adjust the price of petrol to reflect global market realities. The reduction to 125 naira per litre is part of measures to cushion the effects of the coronavirus pandemic. This was revealed by the Minister of State for Petroleum, Timipere Silva, during this week's Federal Executive Council meeting. The federal government also clarified its position on the travel restrictions on 13 countries announced by its presidential task force.
COVID-19 pandemic. You are all aware that oil prices have drastically dropped. And we know that this really will translate to a lot of sufferings on the part of Nigerians. Therefore, the President has graciously approved that the pump price of petrol should also accordingly drop. So the pump price of petroleum petrol will be from now 125 for now. If there is any further drop, it will even drop further. So that is actually the good news. We are introducing a price modulation mechanism which will allow the price to drop or rise with the rise in crude oil prices, so that our people will not just take the brunt of this crude oil price drop, but also get at least some benefit from it.
The number of people dying from coronavirus in Italy has risen by 475 in one day to nearly 3,000, the biggest increase since the outbreak. More than 35,000 confirmed cases have been recorded in the country, with more than 4,000 having successfully recovered. Italy is the world's worst affected country after China, where the virus originated last year. The number of cases in the United States keeps increasing by the hundreds each day, pushing healthcare officials and political leaders to take steps to keep the pandemic from overwhelming the system. The battle is to get equipment and beds to doctors and nurses, and to stem the economic fallout by taking measures to provide financial relief. Wednesday was the worst day yet for new cases, with more than 2,300 reported between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. The death toll from the virus is now at 150. That's it on the news update for this hour. We'll take a look at the weather and then a short break after that. Sports. We'll kick off with the Daily Sun, and we have here FG bans flights from US, UK, 11 orders and cancel visas. Northwest governors to close schools for 2 weeks. Lagos bans religious gathering of more than 50 persons. And the picture story here is that of National Youth Service Corps members leaving the camp in Kubwa, Abuja, following the suspension of a national orientation exercised by the federal government over coronavirus yesterday. Insurgency, Nigeria at war, says the Senate, calls for land aerial bombardment of insurgents. FG cuts 2020 budget by 1.5 trillion naira, hinges benchmark on $30 per barrel, right, and stops recruitment. 2023, PDP gives APC quick notice in Southwest. holds regional rallies in Ibadan. That jump line takes you to page 40. And of course, beside the flag there, we can see federal government slashes petrol price to 125 naira. These and a little bit more on the front page of the Daily Sun.
I have the Nation newspaper here with me, and it starts like this. Churches, mosques, schools shut in COVID-19 lockdown. Lagos, Ogun ban gatherings of more than 50 people. Lagos, Kwara, Northwest states send pupils home. Flights from US, UK, Italy, others banned. American suspended, or rather suspected virus carrier dies in Ekiti. There are quite a few jump lines there, but I'm going to just move on. There are quite a lot of other headlines. Oil marketers, others back petrol price cut. It's now 125 naira per litre. Very interesting news there. 2 doctors, 159 others die of Lassa fever. JAMB releases 450,000 UTME results. Senate panels okay military police rejig, debate to continue. And it also says here, no cash to share as FAC meeting ends in deadlock. The photo story there is a really, it's interesting. It says here, these are students in class following schools reopening after a forced closure due to coronavirus outbreak in Guizhou province in China. And if you can see there, all of them are wearing masks. No one is taking chances. That's what we have on the cover of The Nation.
And straight up to the Vanguard. We can see here coronavirus, Lagos going into lockdown. We have 5 annotations underneath that headline. Both states ban gatherings over 50 persons in churches and mosques as FG bans travel from 14 countries and suspend visas. NYSC shuts orientation camps, says no core member unofficially infected. 5 new cases, including 6-week-old baby confirmed. Total cases now 8. Address Nigerians on efforts to combat the virus. Senate urges Buhari. We can see here oil price down to $28 as federal government drops petrol price to 125 naira per litre. And we can see here UTME, we haven't cancelled JAMB results. That jump line takes you to page 10. APC crisis horse trading that saved Oshomole. American dies of coronavirus in Ekiti. Driver positive under watch. On a lighter note here, Mr. and Mrs. I know you don't like the man, but he's so friendly. By the way, what happened to his face? It's swollen. Well, Mr. replies, in his friendly manner, he entered a house where the couple snuggled up in a romantic position without knocking. So the man gave him some knocking. All right, that is on the front page of the Vanguard.
We have the Punch newspaper as well. It says here, mother, baby, 3 others test positive as cases rise to 8. American contact of Ekiti case dies. Nigerian companion tests negative. Government faces tough task, traces 800 contacts. That's Northwest Kwara close schools. Lagos, Ogun ban gathering of over 50 people, and Lagos State government schools shut. Just beside the masthead there, it says Rep summon Emefiele ex-Mint bosses over 8-year unaudited accounts. JAMB releases another 450,000 UTME results. NNPC reduces petrol pump price to 125 naira per litre, and oil price sinks to $24, the lowest in 17 years, right at the top there. Goodness me. Okay, so federal government, meanwhile, slashes budget by 1.5 trillion naira, reduces benchmark to $30, and FAC meeting ends in deadlock over revenue remittances. That's what we have on the cover of the Punch.
We just take 1 or 2 on The Guardian. Government searches for contacts of 5 new coronavirus suspects. Restricts travel from US, UK, France, orders and cancels visas. Reps NYSC, airline, varsity, orders impose curbs. Lagos shuts schools, restrict religious gatherings. We see here also why Buhari reduced petrol price to 125 naira. Okay, yeah, this is all on the front page of The Guardian. All right.
And that's all we can take on the headlines in the dailies this morning. All I can say is a word is enough for the wise.
A lot of people, so the word, there are plenty of words that's not reaching them. We'll talk about that, of course, but we'll look at traffic and when we get back after this break.
Hello and good morning. Now, with the unpredictable drive time in Lagos, we're here to help. We want to help you make your journey as smooth as possible. And as always, we'd like to encourage that you help other road users at the same time. Drop some relevant traffic situation reports on all our social media pages as soon as you can. Use our hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC. I'm starting on the island this morning, starting from Naija area of Lagos. And it does seem to be a little freer than usual. That being said, it's still going to take you about 1 hour, 15 minutes to get from Naija bus stop all the way to Bonny Camp in Victoria Island. The usual trouble spots are, of course, the culprits today. Talking about VGC Junction, which will slow you down a little. But the major traffic starts from Chevron Junction, just after the toll gate. There's a 34-minute gridlock already built up there that takes you all the way past Agungi, all the way till Marwa Junction. That Marwa Junction needs to be opened quickly. It's no longer a roundabout. It's going to be a junction soon enough, but those guys need to fix that road quick. It's causing so much tension. Well, right after that, it frees up until you do your best to get through the Lekki Phase 1 roundabout. And once you pass through there, as always, Ozumba takes you a little while to get through, but it's home free all the way till Bonny Camp once you pass the Civic Center. That's the first update from me. Hopefully, Mike and Tokwe have some social media updates for us while I check out another route.
Okay, let's traffic butter here. There are no very recent ones. Let's see the most recent ones here.
Yeah.
Just try and check out the most recent ones. But it so happens that this morning there's this. I think it was around heading towards Isheri Road or so. There was this truck I saw that. I think it ran into a wall or something.
Yeah.
And it might affect traffic,
Oh, wow.
you know, a little bit later or even from now. So I don't know if anything has been done about it. If you have an update, you can let us know. But I know I saw it this morning, Isheri Road, as though you're heading towards Bega, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't have updates from Twitter, but I just quickly checked the route from Surulere because I came from Surulere this morning. Now, so if you're going to CMS Central Park from Surulere, it should take you approximately 34 minutes. Remember that we have traffic at the bridge, the new bridge, but even though it's already, people have started using it, we have a lot of trailers parked there. So if you're applying that route, please be careful because a lot of trailers are parked there. And we still have some parts of the road that haven't been done properly. So avoid speeding just so you don't spoil your tires or have an accident. From what I'm seeing here, there's pockets of traffic at Akpogbon. It's pretty much the usual Eco Bridge all the way to, Akpogbon is quite free, but Eco Bridge, pockets of traffic here and there. But as you approach Marina, the traffic builds up. It's almost like a system now. We should get used to it, even though it's not a nice thing to say. But Titi, it's all yours.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to find out what's happening in Akonwojo area of Lagos. A lot of people move through Akonwojo and try their best to get to Ikeja. There seem to be 3 different routes being used now. All in all, the longest time you'd spend on your way from Akonjo, that's around Dokbemu area, around Shasha Road, all the way through to Agege Motor Road, or is it Old Abeokuta Road? It's going to take you about 45 minutes. The Surulere Road that takes you through Oniwaya as well seems to be an interesting detour, and that will reduce your time on the road to about 35 minutes. But all in all, 45 minutes at the most if you're coming from Akonjo, heading all the way to Ikeja. I hope it won't take me more than 10 seconds to head all the way from here into the kitchen. I'll be seeing you in a bit.
Make sure you let us know what the traffic is like from there to here.
So, yeah, there are a few things I want to, it's all about the pandemic which we're facing.
Yeah.
And the preventive measures that governments are now taking, and even Nigeria has now taken, you know, apart from banning flights from different countries who are high risk, you understand? And then, of course, now public schools being closed from Monday.
Yeah.
Even though I feel like, I don't know why we have to wait till Monday.
Yeah.
Yes,
There
like
was
today.
there was this, I was in the mall yesterday, you understand? I was in the mall yesterday, and then while I was, you know, I saw students, you know, a number of students on excursion, in fact, from 2 different schools, I think, you know, a number of them. At the mall. And while I was still trying to, you know, figure out all of that, I now saw something online about students who were taken on an excursion to the airport in Abuja.
Really?
Airport.
At this time.
Airport.
Yeah.
So I was wondering about the mall, and I was like at the airport, and I wondered, and I was like
What are they?
What are you thinking?
well, I mean,
To be honest, I don't think you should, people out there, I don't think you should wait till Monday because kids cannot practice what they call the social
distance, they
They
can't,
don't know
exactly.
what social distance means. So I think you keep your kids at home.
Yeah,
Best
I've
to save
already,
them, sorry.
and I have a feeling my mom and my husband are still watching. I've already suggested that the kids not go home. Now, there are exams going on for a lot of schools.
Oh, okay.
And the mindset is, oh, let them just do their exam.
No,
now.
really?
And like, yo, exam? How old are they really? I'm not really interested. So they passed their exams. So what next? You know, so that's a personal decision. It's about you. And then some people might have childcare challenges, not know what to do with their children at this point in time. So you can't really put everybody on the same platform right now. No. But really, people need to take care. Let's talk about the washing of hands one more time. If you've not heard it before, wash your hands for about 20 seconds as regularly as possible. In restaurants and supermarkets, in restaurants and hotels, they're telling them to wash their hands every 30 minutes.
Oh, great.
Which is good.
Yeah.
You know,
so I saw something on Twitter, and I think it's a Nigerian thing that I think we should really we should pay attention to. Now, a tweet says, TB Joshua says coronavirus will disappear by 27th of March. I really don't have a problem with you all being spiritual. I'm spiritual in my own way. But this is serious. Like, we should take it seriously as a health challenge. And I know we like to pray away a lot of things, but 20 seconds of washing your hand will not kill anybody.
Yeah.
great one. All right. So, in spite of all of that, and
we need to get back to smiling on this show right now, because we have a few clips that we find on the internet that we, play once in a while.
Okay.
And there was something that we discussed yesterday that y'all were gonna play. So
Is it that y'all
were gonna play?
You're
I
not
can't.
part of
You know why I can't talk
You're
about
not part
it?
of the y'all.
I'm not. I have to redo it.
Yeah,
No,
he has to redo that challenge and take up the Now let's be sure that it's because you could have done the
It might
other
not
part
be him, it might
and
not
then
be
get
him.
somebody else down.
It
But
might
let's
not
be
be
sure.
him. I might have flipped to someone else.
So we
I
should
could have-
redo that challenge.
Yeah.
You
No,
guys
after
should do
you've
that
done
challenge.
yours,
I and
we'll
Mike are going to
redo
do our
ours.
flip
Yeah,
to split.
Yes.
And we're going to be so cool for school.
Please
So
make
cool,
sure
so cool.
it's a spaghetti dress that you wear when you're doing the flip.
Why
I'm
do
just
you-
saying. So by the
You
time
know,
we flip,
this flip challenge. I don't know. There's some things I cannot say,
Just
but
not
this
sure
flip
Mike's
challenge.
clothes will enter me.
This flip challenge. God.
well, it was fun. It was fun. And it's really interesting the way it just brings out the fun side of people. But you know what they say about the internet? The internet never forgets.
Forgets true. And considering that a lot of people, we have to stay back at home. So it's about finding fun things to do apart from watching movies and all that.
Yeah.
Even though I don't know about social distancing in the house, just ensure that everybody, because, well, In the house, if you're in the same house as somebody, hopefully all of you are still taking care of yourself. Not like, okay, because you're in the house, you don't do hygiene, so you can still have fun.
Set 30 minutes alarm, like every 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go wash our hands.
Yeah,
okay,
hand
let's
washing
wash our
time.
hands.
Hand washing time,
Yeah.
right? That's
Hand
cool.
washing
So
time.
I saw a picture of what's his name now? Tyler Perry. Although
picture
that
too.
could happen with the camera, his hands were white, like
Yeah.
you know, and it was like, look, man,
It was
I don't care.
makeup.
Even if my
Hands go-
my hands
go
go
grey.
white, I will always want to wash, and it's true. So I always have this you know, whenever I just go, immediately I just get to the house, anything I read, immediately I just feel anything around my hands, I always want to go wash. So you can have fun at home. Flip.
There are quite a lot of fun videos coming from Europe and America about what people are doing while they're at home.
Home, yeah.
And you know, there's some people playing music from their balconies, some are singing.
Yeah.
You know, some are playing it. There's actually a guy that does a fitness routine with all the people on the like about, let's say, 100 balconies,
Yeah.
and they're all doing fitness on their balconies and looking at one guy inside the compound there. It's actually, you know, it's heartwarming to see that they're not feeling downtrodden. You know, they're
I
not
think
feeling low.
Nigerians, before we all stay at home, we should buy games. Like probably go to the supermarket and buy physical games because you might need it eventually.
Yeah.
It might sound like you can do it, but we really don't know what's coming. So just be prepared.
Yeah, be prepared. We might do this show via Skype from our houses. All right, that's all good. We'll take a break now. We return with Daily Vulnerables Empathy Shoutouts.
Sometimes your friends will be unreasonable. Sometimes they will be annoying. Sometimes they will be goddamn idiots. Sometimes your friends will irritate you so much you want to strangle them. And it's the same with people that you love. But when then? You yourself, are you not annoying sometimes? You yourself, are you not irritating sometimes? You yourself, don't you do things that when somebody even sees you doing, they'll be like, is this one even a human being? To get angry because people you love did something foolish or stupid or annoying, it's okay. But to now boil over because of it is to be unreasonable. You have to expect that people will do bad things. You have to expect that people will do wrong things. You have to expect that people will make mistakes. One of my friends told me a while ago, while I was getting upset over something a friend had done, she said, if you're going to be so mad at your friend because your friend made a mistake as a human being, and you're not even going to remember all the times that this friend has been amazing to you, then wherein lies the bond of friendship in the first place? But I even want to add to that. You know, when you're getting so upset that your friend, your mother, your lover, your whatever, did something so annoying, so unforgivable, I want to just ask you, do you think that you yourself, you don't annoy them? Do you think that you yourself, you don't upset them? That there are sometimes you don't wake up in the morning and want to strangle you? Look, we are all human beings. And because we are human beings, we will always do something wrong. We will always offend other people. We will always do something that annoys other people. When that happens, when it happens that somebody else is doing something to you that you don't like, remember the times that you did something to other people that they didn't like, and realize that it's your duty to forgive them and to forgive yourself very, very quickly.
Yes, our very first performance for this morning, he is Libra. Now, he's a fast-rising singer, songwriter, and record producer who started making music at a young age. So far, he's worked with big producers like Sam Clef, Indomix, just to mention a few. Now, his latest single, Alubarika, is a motivational song, and his fans can't stop listening. I guess that's what you're going to perform for us this morning.
Well, that's no problem.
Okay, so what inspired Alubarika?
I just sit down that day like, okay, I asked myself, oh, what do we need? So I asked one of my colleagues, like, okay, what do we need? He said money. So everybody's just all about money, money, money. I was like, I don't think it's money. Even if you have the money without Alubarika, I'm sorry. So Alubarika means blessing. So when you have money, I think it's the Alubarika. I just feel like, okay, it's the Alubarika we need.
Okay, so how long have you been doing music?
Oh, it's been long. I think if I should just say it, Oh, it's 2006.
2006.
Yes.
Okay, you know what? It's an early morning and we all need blessings and inspiration. So blow us away with Alubarika.
Welcome to a brand new hour on the show. Time does run pretty fast when you're having a good time, which is exactly what our first hour was all about.
Yep, and we're here. We're back with a second dose of premium family entertainment. We're here to make your day a little more exciting as you go about your daily activities.
Yeah, the second lap of the show has kicked off, and now if you missed the first hour, it's not too late, of course. You are right on time to be part of a numero uno breakfast show on Nigerian television.
We're encouraging you, however, to stay as hygienic as possible. Wash your hands, people. Between the last time we told you to wash your hands and now, you should have at least used a hand sanitizer or wash your hands with soap. Yeah, we're going to be encouraging you to stay clean.
All right, we still have 1 hour, 45 minutes more of great content to share with you. Just stay with us. I'm Mike Mesikeno.
And I'm Titilayo Oyinson. Please remember, we're streaming live at tvcentertainment.tv and on Facebook at TVC Connect.
Sending comments with the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC across social media.
Yes, so Wake Up Nigeria on TVC is a special hashtag. You need to have it in your back pocket. Now, if you don't have our app already, download it as soon as you can. It's on Android, it's on iOS. And with that app, you can watch us from anywhere in the world.
We have a chef in the house, of course. Tokwe, you want to tell us about the chef and what we're doing this morning?
Yes, people, we have a new chef. Ooh, 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 ooh. Chef Wendy, welcome to the show.
Yes,
thank you.
Are you excited?
Yeah, very
like
excited.
Titi always says, our first-time chefs always have something interesting. And Chef Wendy is no different. She is making chicken curry with steamed rice, right?
Yes.
Are you excited?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
very
moving
excited.
on.
No, but you've learned bad manners, so you're holding all those things. That's where do you learn those bad manners from?
I'm trying to clip
from you.
Don't put my name there, something that you're not concerned me.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm clipping you.
All right, so coming up shortly, we bring you more music. Of course, our second performance, Afropop artist King Coco.
Now, if you love Zobo drink and you want to know how it's made, yeah, you need to stick around. Right here on the show, we'll be showing you how it's made very soon.
And then we also have a saxophonist in the house, Sax Maestro, who'll be performing for us some unique Afrocentric melody.
Right after that, we'll be joined by a self-taught visual artist, Benjamin. He's going to come and showcase some of his artwork right here on the show.
And then we have joining us for a chat, Cordelia, a female DSP who is changing the status quo by serving her country. She'll be here with us.
Oh, wow.
She's a lawyer. Wonderful. Great.
And finally, we move on to a chat with former Big Brother Naija Pepperdem edition contestant, Jeff Weke.
So I think it's really interesting that that lady decided to have a career in the police force. And I feel so intimidated.
Really?
Like,
Yeah.
Okay, so
policeman will fit you, you know.
well, the uniform. The uniform.
Yeah, I think the uniform will be
Stop there, inner light.
I don't think she does stop their inner light.
I didn't say she. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
So,
but
I have a friend who actually was part of the Metropolitan Police in the UK.
But of Nigeria.
Wait, calm down.
Nigeria.
I'm getting somewhere. So
Yeah.
it's actually a thing of pride and
Yeah.
honor to have someone in uniform.
Yeah.
In your family.
Yep.
It's like something that parents talk about at the dinner table when you're going to church. Oh, you know, my daughter
Yeah.
is in the police force. You know, it's such a big deal.
Yeah, it is.
But I don't know how much
It
of a
is.
big deal it is around here.
It's
Yeah.
no matter what happens. See, no matter what happens, our armed forces, police, the army, the Air Force, the Navy, and all of them. See, I respect them because there's a lot that they're handicapped quite a lot. When you go to a barracks,
Yeah.
and you see the places where those who are giving their lives
For
for
this
our
country.
country
Yeah,
stay. I shake, like they should have the poshest of houses.
Yeah.
I mean, do you know what it means for someone to say, look, I can't protect my family, but I want to start up and protect the whole nation?
Yeah.
I go and look at the barracks and then you wonder, then if someone comes out from here, how do you think the person will feel?
Yeah.
You know, so I have utmost
Respect.
regard and respect for our men and women in uniform.
I remember when my cousin, when we were in secondary school, said he wanted to go because his dad is in the army, and he said he wanted to go to the army. And I was just wondering, like, it sounded cool till he went to, I think, Nigerian Defense Academy, and then came back for holiday, and he was different.
We'll talk more about this.
Much later, yes.
Let's just head to Ibrahim. Ibrahim, of course, is on standby for the news.
Titi, you're wondering, it's such a big deal if you are raking in a lot of money, bringing a lot of money at the end of the month, but if you're not earning enough, well, it may be a big deal, you know.
You have a point.
Wednesday was a busy day across the country, from Lagos, where 5 more cases of the coronavirus were confirmed, to the federal capital, where the Minister of Health briefed the nation about efforts being made to contain the spread. By Saturday, restrictions will be enforced at the nation's airports for 13 countries, including the United States, the United Kingdom, Italy and Spain, that have been identified as high risk as a result of the number of deaths and infections. And the same in some parts of the north. Schools will remain closed for 30 days after one case was discovered. The Lagos State government has also announced that it's closing all private and public schools from next Monday. And the rest of the world is bracing for a lockdown as the virus continues to spread, with a spike in infections as high as 18%. And in a bid to prevent a major outbreak, the Lagos State government is taking crucial measures, and one of them is suspending religious gatherings of more than 50 persons, a move that would last for 4 weeks, with a necessary review to be carried out if needed. A 15-member committee has been set up to monitor the enforcement of the suspension in the state to ensure Muslims and Christians abide by the decision. The Ogun State government has also taken the same move, but took it a step further by including social clubs, halls, cinemas, nightclubs, restaurants, cafes and sports arenas. These measures will be in place for the next 30 days, and Governor Dapo Abiodun has advised religious leaders to sensitize residents on the need to adhere to the restriction. As part of efforts to contain the global spread of the COVID-19 pandemic, Kwara State government says it will be shutting down schools from Monday, March 23rd. It has also asked people of the state to maintain the highest level of hygiene, to remain calm and adhere to all safety measures earlier announced by the Kwara State Ministry of Health and other national bodies. The federal government has ordered the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation to adjust the price of petrol to reflect global market realities. The reduction to 125 naira per litre is part of measures to cushion the effect of the coronavirus pandemic. This was revealed by the Minister of State for Petroleum, Timipre Silva, during this week's Federal Executive Council meeting. The federal government also clarified its position on the travel restrictions on 13 countries announced by its presidential task force. The number of people dying from coronavirus in Italy has risen by 475 in one day to nearly 3,000, the biggest increase since the outbreak. More than 35,000 confirmed cases have been recorded in the country, with more than 4,000 having successfully recovered. Italy is the world's worst affected country after China, where the virus originated last year. And also the number of coronavirus cases in the United States keeps increasing by the hundreds each day, pushing healthcare officials and political leaders to take steps to keep the pandemic from overwhelming the system. The battle is to get equipment and beds to doctors and nurses and to stem the economic fallout by taking measures to provide financial relief. Wednesday was the worst day yet for new cases, with more than 2,300 reported between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. The death toll from the virus is now 150. And that's the news update for this hour. Stay tuned for the weather.
Welcome to the kitchen, people. Hi. And yes, like I said, we have a very first time chef, Chef Wendy, and today we're going to be preparing chicken curry with steamed, what?
Chicken curry bean sauce with steamed rice.
No, you just added the bean sauce. Okay, so chicken curry bean sauce with steamed rice. So tell me, I've heard of chicken curry, but I've not heard of bean sauce. What is bean sauce about?
A twist.
Oh, okay.
So it's not just going to be the regular chicken curry.
Yeah.
So with this and mango, we're just going to give it a twist. And it's quite healthy.
You know what? Let's run through our menu quickly before she blows my mind away. You just already said mango. Ooh.
Yeah.
So we have kidney beans here.
Yeah.
And then what do we have here?
Ginger.
Okay, ginger. Is it just
garlic.
ginger?
Yeah, this is just ginger.
Just ginger, okay.
Garlic, chopped onions, then my own homemade curry paste.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
then mango and chili pepper.
Chili pepper, and we also have
coconut milk. Yeah.
This is olive oil,
yeah,
vegetable oil. Olive oil, and this is chicken, of course.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, I normally like to ask for the benefits of those at home who want to try this out. How much would this cost approximately, and how many people can this feed?
Well, it depends on your pocket, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's quite healthy, and it can, at least, this can feed like 3 people.
3 people?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to
get... we have to eat healthy. So
yes, so we're going to get right to it.
Okay.
So what are we doing first?
Yeah, I'm going to boil this water to make our steamed rice.
Our steamed rice, okay. And so while this water is boiling, why do we have mangoes? I really want to know.
Yeah, like I said, chicken curry is quite regular, so it's just something to give it a twist.
Okay, so the twist is the mango. So at what point do we eat the mango like this, or you put it?
No, of course not.
In the curry?
Yes, it's going to be in the sauce.
I don't know about mango. Okay, so now for twist, we could put mango. Yeah. For someone at home who wants to do a twist and not use mango, what can they use?
Different things. You can try maybe pineapple.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what, guys? Just so you don't go anywhere, we're going to go on a break. When we come back, Wake Up Nigeria continues with a whole lot more.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the kitchen. I told you you shouldn't go anywhere. So now we're going to start full-blown preparation for our chicken curry. I'm super excited about this because I've seen different chefs make chicken curry different ways, but mango is the first. So you better be ready to blow my mind.
Don't worry.
So what are we doing first?
Okay, firstly we heat the pan.
Okay.
Yeah. So afterwards we're going to be using the olive oil, then just a bit, then we allow it, heat up a bit, then next the onions, the ginger and garlic. Exactly.
Now, while we're on a break, Chef Wendy did something extra, but hey, I'm here to let you know. So she put oil in her water. So when you're making when you're preparing your steamed rice at home, this thing about chefs, when you guys prepare food, it looks so easy. Then when the individual tries to make it at home, it now comes out as a disaster.
Yeah.
So in case your rice now looks like one magic happened, I've left it out, people. That's what happened while we were away.
Yeah.
Now, for the benefits of people who are just joining us, our first-time chef, Chef Wendy's here, and we are preparing chicken curry with bean sauce and steamed rice. So our the pan hasn't heated up yet.
Yeah.
So we're just going to wait a bit for that. So now bell peppers.
No, this is chili pepper.
This is chili.
No
What's the difference?
Like, chili pepper is quite hot.
Do you mean our atarodo?
Yeah.
My dear Nigerians, I got you. It's atarodo she was trying to say, chili pepper. Okay, so why don't we put bell peppers?
Well, I tend to do something just quite affordable, cheap, easy, and healthy.
Okay, so chili peppers. But if they want to use bell peppers,
yes, why not?
They can use.
Like
bell
I said,
peppers.
Different people make chicken curry, so it's just a twist, and then how you want to make yours.
Okay, so I think that's getting hot because it's beginning to
Okay, then next we have the oil.
Just tell me what you want. I would be your assistant today. Some people are laughing at me in the studio. I usually say that the chef is my assistant, but today I don't want to try myself because this one I've seen mango. Spatula. Okay. Which one? You can help yourself.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go with this. Yeah. Sorry.
Oops.
This one, sure.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
So this,
hygiene
do
is
we have
very
this,
important.
need this to get very hot?
Yeah, not very,
Not very
at least
hot.
medium hot.
Okay.
Yes.
So what's
please.
next?
Okay.
Do we marinate the chicken or did you do that at home?
No.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry, we don't need so much spices or
What do
just
you
a
need?
bit. Okay, my onions.
So you didn't tell us how you made your special curry sauce.
Wow, that's a secret.
What is chefs and secrets? How do we now learn? Let me see. Let me try.
Okay.
First we have curry.
Okay.
And curry. And more curry.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, don't try me,
And,
don't try me. So if I get it, what do I get? There's curry, there's oil.
Nope.
Even if there is,
No, but actually there's no oil. Yeah.
I give up. Further. So after the onions, what's this here?
Chopped coriander.
Oh, coriander, okay. After the onions, what do we put next?
Garlic, ginger.
Okay.
Yeah. So chopped ginger,
Okay.
then garlic.
What next?
Okay. Our chili pepper.
Oh, okay.
I just need to, yeah.
So while you're chopping that,
Yeah.
are you a self-taught chef or?
I'm certified.
You're ooh, she is certified. So how did your parents take it when you told them you wanted to be a chef?
Well, it was what I wanted. So it was more like, oh, you can do what you want.
Wait, you're number what in your family?
I'm the last.
Oh, that's why. Well, not like chef, being a chef. It's good money, right?
Yeah.
It's good money.
Well,
Okay.
sometimes it's not about the money, it's just what you like doing.
In this country. No offense. But what you like doing that pays you money.
Well, yeah, exactly. Let's put it that way.
So did you go, is it after your undergrad that you went to culinary school?
Yeah.
So what did you study in school?
Psychology.
So now you want to tell me that you can read my mind? Kind of. Oh, please.
You're just waiting to see what's...
Yes. So if I don't want to put the coriander.
Okay, you can use basil, you can use parsley.
Parsley, yeah. But do you have to use any leaf?
Like I said...
For flavors?
Yeah, you have to. Because I'm not using so much seasoning or whatever, so you need that.
Okay, so you need that. Oh, okay. Now, for the benefit of people joining us at home, we're going to go through the menu quickly. So if you want to write it down so you can prepare for your loved one, just in case there's going to be a lockdown, you can just try out new meals and try out Chef Wendy's recipe for her own chicken curry. Okay, so we are putting...
Chicken.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm always worried about chicken, like chicken breast. I feel like if I attempt this thing at home, it's not going to cook.
Why not?
I don't know. I feel like you chefs have a magic... There's something you do underneath that we don't get to see.
Nothing, actually. You
So
just probably stir fry.
Stir for how long?
Maybe 4 or 5 minutes.
4 or 5 minutes.
Yeah, to cook.
Okay. So now,
it's slightly brown.
chicken curry has to be just chicken. Is that fish curry?
Yes.
There's fish curry.
Of course.
I just said that off the top of my head. So there's fish curry.
Yeah,
is there
there
goat
is.
meat curry?
There is.
Also, you can make curry with anything.
Just any protein you
Only
want.
protein.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't even have to be protein. You can use veggies as well. Yeah.
Veggies curry. So that's like all them carrots, cabbage.
Exactly.
Oh, that's going to be like a very healthy vegetarian
Exactly.
curry.
Exactly.
Okay, did you learn that? Because I just learned that. I didn't know you could use vegetables for curry. And then this that we have here can serve how many people?
Like I said, 3.
Oh,
you know,
this
we
can serve.
portion, we eat healthy.
Now, wow. So we can't eat like the true Nigerians that we are. We have to be portioning. Portion control.
Exactly.
Okay.
So next we
Next.
add
This is our special seasoning that she has refused to tell us about.
Okay, it's just curry.
Yeah.
Then with tomato.
Tomato.
Actually, yeah. I peeled the tomato, then chopped it.
Are you for real? Did you hear that? She just gave us her secret ingredient. It is curry and peeled tomatoes that she just chopped.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are... Okay, now you know this is definitely going to take a little while, but while we keep working on this, we have so much more on Wake Up Nigeria. Coming right up next, we have a very interesting package that you definitely will enjoy.
Zobo is produced from dried roselle or sorrel leaves, popularly known as Hibiscus sabarifa. This red ink is loved both for its health benefits as well as a refreshment drink. If you're a foodie and hungry for a new recipe from West Africa, this tasty drink is a great place to start. To make a Zobo drink, you need to first choose your hibiscus leaves. Make sure you get red sorrel leaves for this drink. Then choose a pineapple and make sure it's a ripe one to have a better flavored drink. You also need stumps of fresh ginger, water, and slices of citrus fruits of choice like oranges, lemon, lime to garnish the drink. You can use any sweetener like cane sugar or honey to make Zobo. Okay, you just got all your ingredients ready, right? Let's go make a Zobo drink. Weigh the leaves to ensure you take the appropriate quantity needed. Wash and drain the weighed calices. Blanch the washed calice in boiling water for extraction. The additives and sweetener are added appropriately. Then properly mixed. The drink is filtered and transferred to the holding tank. The filtered drink is filled into appropriate packaging materials. The drinks are allowed to cool, after which the bottles are labeled. There you have it, your Zobo, ready to be consumed.
How it's made, Zobo. Now you've seen that, maybe you can try making it out yourself. Okay, so this month, March 8th, of course, was International Women's Day, but then the whole month has been set aside to shine the spotlight on women all over the world who are doing extraordinary things with their everyday lives. Now, today, we have a very special one. I am already, just looking at pictures alone, I was already inspired. Talking to her, I know it's going to take it to another level. Cordelia Nwanwe is a Deputy Superintendent of Police who joined the force in 2012. Now, she changed the status quo by becoming the first female police PRO, Akwa Ibom, Sokoto, and FCID Alagbon, Ikoyi, Lagos. Now she's here to tell us more about her experience serving the country. It is great to have you, and welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
You know, while we're going through your pictures, the first thing that struck me was that you are a lawyer, right? And then I asked the question, and I was like, well, we're talking behind, but then let's continue. Did you practice before you got into the force, or was it while you were in the force you got a degree?
I practiced before I joined the force. Zak and Associates, later Ferry. He used to be the entertainment lawyer of Nigeria, and then he died. He's late now. He was my principal. I actually had done another practice when I started as a very young lawyer with Gadzama Kiari. He was actually where I had done my first practice, so of course, and then I left with Ferry. And then I had to go back abroad and do another studies that's MBA Human Resources, and then I joined the force 2012.
2012. So why join the force? What prompted that decision to join the force?
Service, passion, and of course to keep you safe, keep everyone safe. Yourself, myself, and then of course paint a bigger picture of orientation to be able to get to people positively.
Was this passion always there from a kid growing up, or is this something that you developed along the line?
Yes, I've always been someone who's I'm a very active person. I like to get to people, and as far as I'm concerned, the Nigerian police, I keep saying all the time, it's a bigger purview to get to people. It's just that so many people do not understand. They haven't actually settled down to see what the force is all about. And I say it with all sense of humility and a lot of pride all the time, a second chance. If there's anything like reincarnation back in the world, I'll be a cop.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now, she spoke about second chances and, of course, what the force is all about. We'll talk about that and much more just after this short break.
The Nigerian police was doing a massive recruitment for would-be cadet officers from the rank of, cadet assistant superintendent of police, cadet inspectors to join the force. 2012, I enlisted as a cop. A long journey. I've always been the tomboy one back in my family. Roof climbing, top climbing, but I read law University of Benin, and then as far as I'm concerned, it wasn't to do with policing anymore. I read law, I became a lawyer, called to the bar, and then I had to travel, go back to the UK to do more studies. I love to read novels that are quite very, they have an intonation, detective novels to do with policing. I know that I love things like that. I know that I'm the one who would always...
Wonderful, quite inspiring there. Now, we're talking about what the police force is all about, considering that the image of the force in the country is you are doing almost a very unwelcome job trying to project the image of the force as it should be. What is the police all about? First of all, you mentioned that. What is the police all about, and how should we, as citizens, view the Nigerian police?
It's quite very clear what the police is all about: safety, protection of lives and property, deterring crime, making sure that before things actually happen, you get to stop it, and then if it actually happens, you step in and then bridge the gap immediately. But at all point in time, you, the press, I think that if you give us wider coverage and tell the populace to see us, not be stereotypical about us, to be one of us, and make people understand. I'm talking to the press now to say to them, we're part of you, we're family, we're wives, we're husbands, and you can be part of us, to be able to make a massive corporate identity of the police and give it out back to the populace for them to understand that whether you like it or not, this is us. We're family. We've only come to get a job. What more would anyone expect from people who put their lives down on the line? You know that sometimes you can go to work and then you're not sure if you're going to come back.
That same day.
And so I think that they should give us kudos and say to the policeman who's back on the road, back at every point in time, and say to them, well done for a job well done. You just talked about our identity being a cascade back in this country. I know that the Inspector General of Police and his management team right now has taken an upright professionally to be able to streamline in a doc form, to be able to say to the Nigerian police, we need to fix ourselves and make sure that we're the pivot, we're the head, in charge of internal security back in this country.
Now, let me pick on that. You said you need to fix yourself. Now, the thing is that there are a few bad eggs that find a way to always give the police a bad name. And, you know, we don't get to see the good deeds. We don't get to see them so much. But those few, what is the police force doing within itself to try and curb these bad eggs on over that give the police force a bad name?
I just said so. The Inspector General of Police has said to everybody back in this country who's a police officer, blue and black, green and green, yellow and black. Of course, you see the other ones who are back on the street, like traffic wardens, to say to commissioners of police who are in charge of states, to say to deputy inspector generals of police, AIGs, including us who are just down there at the, it's a pyramid, to say to us, the training program is on. It's on. Every Monday, it's on massively. If you go against what we keep as a norm, as an organization, that's the police will come after you and make sure that you do what is, right professionally. You look at what has happened to SAS. There's a corporate identity. And of course, the Inspector General of Police has said, stay within your ambit, stay within your purview. Armed robbery, homicide cases, make sure that kidnapping, stay there and don't do what you're not meant to be doing. And that's what we're doing. Community policing. It's quite massive. Orientation is taking place for people like myself who get to do the job that we do, to understand that Nigerian police is taxpayers' money. It's the money that you pay our bills. So we're walking the talk. Not just talking, we're fixing it.
Now, being in a male-dominated profession, for you personally, how's the experience been? How have you been able to...
Brilliant. Beautiful. I think that Nigerian police is one organization that gives women an edge. That's the truth.
Wonderful.
That's the truth. I say it so proudly. We do the same things that the men do because there's no female in the police. We're all male. We do the same training. So you're given the same equal gender opportunity for you to get to the top. We have had Assistant Inspector Generals of Police back in this country. Retired Deputy Inspector General of Police, Chintua, she's retired. Women get the same. What we are looking for, with no apologies, but with respect, is Inspector General of Police. We'll get there.
Well, you have a shot because in a short while, in about 8 years, you've risen to being a DSP. That's quite a phenomenal rise.
Grace. It's called grace.
Okay.
And of course, the Nigerian police looking at us, especially cadet Cost 26, 2012, and staying within the ambits and making sure that our promotion comes when it should come.
When it should come.
Wonderful. It's normal
now,
within the law.
So let's talk about family. How does your family react to, being in the police force? Because like you said, you might go out in the morning and then you don't think you might not come back in the night. How does your family, how do they relate with you on this level of being
in the police
force?
We talked about this before I joined the force. But I can say to you that they're very proud of me, my family. I got massive family love. Who say to me, Cordelia, thumbs up, well done. What about doctors? They're not sure. The virus, there's an outbreak. What about doctors? It's not just police officers now. But I can tell you that the Nigerian police will keep me quite safe. As I speak with you right now, I'm safe. They're around me here. There's high visibility, high profiling of the Nigerian police back in this country to put us at the streamlight, at the spotlight for us, for people to understand that we're not people that you can push around. That's the truth.
Wonderful.
So, like I said to you when we started this program, giving a second opportunity, I don't think respecting my family will stop me from keeping you safe and your family safe. Pull out the Nigerian police from the streets. In another 5 minutes, there'll be chaos.
That's quite true.
Please help us say to people everywhere in the world, security is not cheap.
It is not.
Help us get to do the job that we do so that we can keep everyone, including myself, my family, your family, safe back in this country.
Yeah. Now, you went out and you have an MBA and all of that, so you can juxtapose, you're in the right position to juxtapose between the Nigerian police force and the police force in other parts of the country. How much do you think we need to get up to a standard that is accepted worldwide? Are we there yet? Do we still have a long way to go? Do we have a short way to go? What do you think juxtaposing the Nigerian police force and the police force outside the country?
Oh, the Western police is not better than us. We just need encouragement. Nigerian police is work in progress. We are called responsibility takers. If you give us responsibility, you allow us to take responsibility. And of course, it's not just about you decide the kind of police that you want. Can Nigerians become right? And so that Nigerian police can also get to do visibility and be possible with them. If you're a right person, everything cascades and become normal. You don't see a policeman who's back on the road and then you do something that is nasty because you think blood doesn't run through him. I say it all point in time. We go for peacekeeping outside this country. We come out tops. Every time the Nigerian police has done a peacekeeping out movement back in this country, we come out one of the best in the world. They're not better than us. They're not. We got strength, we got empathy, we got compassion, we're very professional. Nigerian police officers, very efficient. You only need to look closely and do the encouraging that has to be done. Encouraging is the word.
All right, so we as the press will continue trying to help you as much as possible. And hopefully all the structures, everything that is needed to make the Nigerian police force at par with the rest of the world. And like you said, from a very long time, we've always known that when we go outside there, we always do very well. Peacekeeping mission and all of that. But thank you very much for being a part of this show.
Thank you
Thank you very much. And hope you're encouraged. We'll continue pushing out that good message. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you
for keeping us safe.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. All right. That's it. The police is really your friend. I know that we might not have always had a very wonderful experience, but hey, come on. The police force is actually there to make lives safer. All right. Let's head over now to the Guardian. Tokwe is on standby. We have a live band performance. Hello, Tokwe.
Every Thursday because I get the privilege to enjoy live music. Today we have this on your sax maestro, and you guys have been blowing my mind.
Ooh,
so tell me, how long have you all been a team?
For say 5-6 years.
5-6 years. How has the journey been?
Yeah, fine, thank God. It keeps getting better.
So you have not fought?
No. Oh, yeah, we do musically.
Oh, music.
No personal issues, but yeah, you know.
Oh, okay. Now, before we came live, we're talking about your instruments, and you told me it was approximately 1.2.
Oh, yeah, the same way every car moves now. So,
Yeah.
but, you know, a Prado is different from a Volkswagen 1980. So this is a Yamaha saxophone.
Oh, okay.
For about $1 million.
It's interesting to know that you put in so much effort to your talent.
Yes,
but you know what? I'm going to let you perform because it's a beautiful morning and we definitely need some good music.
All right, no problem.
Blow us away.
All right.
Yeah.
There's an image now that just played from montage now.
Yeah.
The traffic officer and all of that. Have you ever tried controlling traffic at any point in time? Have you ever tried it?
Yes, I've tried it once and it didn't go very well.
Oh,
I was like, sir, if you could wait a minute, if you could just wait a minute. It wasn't working. He just hissed at me.
I was, wow. You see, they are doing an amazing job.
Yeah,
and
it's not
I think
easy.
that, you know, we are coordinating this show here, but, you know, if you have because yesterday night it happened and I had to, you know, have to coordinate because we're all in one spot. Nobody was moving. But it was just one car that just needed to move out, and everybody started moving. But hey, come on, the police are doing quite a wonderful job. Let's learn to appreciate them. It's the final lap of the show. Thank you for staying with us from the beginning up until this time. I am Mike Mesikema.
And I'm Titilayo Oyinson. Go online and stream live with us, please. TVCentertainment.tv is the website, and of course on Facebook Live at TVC Connect.
Send in your comments. So what do you think about the police and all other things we've spoken about today? Use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC.
And if you haven't yet, you should download our app for both Android and iOS. Of course, with that app, you can watch us from anywhere in the world. Yeah?
Okay.
Still have so much happening.
So much happening. We had a band. You know how we do it on Thursdays. We normally end with the band. They've been there. Tokwe was filling them. We'll also feel them also at the end of the show. They are right there giving us some music all through, right?
Groovy.
We also have Afro pop artist King Coco.
Yes.
Yeah. King Coco. King Coco is still here.
Yeah.
He'll be performing for us.
Also joining us shortly for a chat, we will be having the amazing self-taught visual artist Benjamin coming to showcase some of his artwork.
Nice one. Yeah, and then of course finally Jeff. You know how Titi and Tokwe know how to handle this guy. See his chest.
Wow, really?
Tokwe, you guys should not look too much at that chest. Hey, close your eyes.
Fine boy.
Please, I'm single.
All right.
You're single. What was that? So we that are married cannot look at chest.
You can't look, sorry.
See?
See the chest.
I will look.
This is what the Bible calls the mighty breasted one.
Okay.
Something I'm not supposed to say.
See.
I'm sorry. I shall block their eyesight.
What?
Because whenever we say this, we start from Tayo. You want me to start mention names?
Look.
From Tayo to
I'll
Timini.
just be roasting Titi. She's married, sorry.
From Tayo
She's married,
to
don't worry,
Timini,
don't
now
worry,
Jeff, all of
Now,
you.
this is Jeff's chest.
Jeff,
though.
no, he know how far.
With all the corona going on, we just need a chest to lie on.
No, not with corona. No matter how cute the chest is, social distancing.
No,
Please,
it's very
it's
simple.
not by
See,
chest.
It's very simple.
What?
You just drop this on the chest.
Hand sanitizer on the chest, have you?
You sanitize the chest.
It's not working. It's not
You
working.
sanitize the chest now.
No, but I actually did hear, you know, that there are some of these young guys that are usually about town that have been a little less about town these days.
Okay.
They're not chasing as many of those about town girls as they used to.
Well, true.
Yes, everybody is holding themselves.
Hold yourself.
You see, I wish I had time. I'll probably do a video on social media and all of that. Man, see, caution. Caution.
Why from cautioning?
Yeah, caution, especially the religious houses.
Yes.
Caution.
Yeah.
All right. Let's head over, of course, to the news now. Ibrahim is on standby for that.
Yes.
Mike. Wednesday was a busy day across the country, from Lagos, where 5 more cases of coronavirus were confirmed, to the federal capital, where the Minister of Health briefed the nation about efforts being made to contain the spread. By Saturday, restrictions were being enforced at the nation's airport for 13 countries, including the United States, the United Kingdom, Italy and Spain, that have been identified as high risk as a result of the number of deaths and infections. And the same in some parts of the north, schools will remain closed for 30 days after one case was discovered. The Lagos state government has also announced it is closing all private and public schools from next Monday, and the rest of the world is bracing for a lockdown as the virus continues to spread, with a spike in infections as high as 18%. And in a bid to prevent a major outbreak, the Lagos state government is taking crucial measures, and one of them is suspending religious gatherings of more than 50 persons, a move that will last for 4 weeks, with a necessary review to be carried out if needed. A 15-member committee has been set up to monitor the enforcement of the suspension in the state to ensure Muslims and Christians abide by the decision. The Lagos state government is also taking the same move, but took it a step further by including social clubs, halls, cinemas, night clubs, restaurants, cafes and sport arenas. These measures will be in place for the next 30 days, and Governor Dapo Abiodun has advised religious leaders to sensitize residents on the need to adhere to the restriction. As part of efforts to contain the global spread of the COVID-19 pandemic, Kwara State government says it will be shutting down schools from Monday, March the 23rd. It has also asked people of the state to maintain the highest level of hygiene, to remain calm and adhere to all safety measures earlier announced by the Kwara State Ministry of Health and other national bodies. The federal government has ordered the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation to adjust the price of petrol to reflect global market realities. The reduction to 125 naira per litre is part of measures to cushion the effects of the coronavirus pandemic. This was revealed by the Minister of State for Petroleum, Timothy Silva, during this week's Federal Executive Council meeting. The federal government also clarified its position on the travel restrictions on 13 countries announced by its presidential task force. The number of people dying from coronavirus in Italy has risen by 475 in one day to nearly 3,000, the biggest increase since the outbreak. More than 35,000 confirmed cases have been recorded in the country, with more than 4,000 having successfully recovered. Italy is the world's worst affected country after China, where the virus originated last year. The number of coronavirus cases in the United States keeps increasing by the hundreds each day, pushing healthcare officials and political leaders to take steps to keep the pandemic from overwhelming the system. The battle is to get equipment and beds to doctors and nurses and to stem the economic fallout by taking measures to provide financial relief. Wednesday was the worst day yet for new cases, with more than 2,300 reported between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. The death toll from the virus is now 150. And that's it on the news update today on Wake Up Nigeria. Let's bring you the weather forecast.
Yeah, it's time for some music. We have Abiose Yusuf Muyoshoreoluwa. Yes, got it. Popularly known as King Coco. Now, he's an Afro-pop artist born in Surulere in Lagos. Now, he started music professionally in 2013, and over the years, he's performed on several big stages. Currently, he's working on his first body of work, Coco Time. I like that, Coco Time, the EP. He's going to drop that later this year, but you need to tell us a little bit about this song that you're going to perform for us. What's the name of the song?
Loleshe.
Loleshe.
Yeah.
Loleshe. You want to translate that, maybe?
Yeah. So it actually comes with Riri Loleshe.
Okay.
So Riri. It means you know, the street mentality,
yeah,
street coordination that every Nigerian has. Yeah, that's why we're always top notch everywhere around the world. Yeah,
you have a point, and we'll forever be top notch.
Yeah. So,
but so this song is it the first on the EP, or you've brought out some others?
Oh, earlier? I dropped Echo last year.
Okay.
So yeah, this is another one.
All right.
Yeah.
So are you set?
Yeah.
Are you set?
Really
all right, let's do this. All right then.
She be that girl that I see me drive by the way designer. There was a time when I had no shoes. There was a time when I had no money.
Okay, wonderful performance there. I felt the groove. Now today we have our art display, but it's an art display with a story. There's a human angle story here, one that I really I'm enthused by. Cordell Ade Art is in the house. It's great to have you. You're welcome. Well, let's do it this way so that we'll show them how to. No. What this guy? Okay, my guy is over here, but hey, Cordell Ade Art is in the house here. He's an artist, but the interesting thing about him is that he just started drawing 4 years ago.
Yes.
Just 4 years ago, because we normally have artists who most of the time they tell you, look, I had this talent and I loved drawing when I was a kid and all of that. But he shows that maybe talent can be learned. Great to have you. You're welcome.
Thank you.
So now, you started drawing 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Prior to this time, did you have any inclination whatsoever towards painting or drawing or anything like that of sorts?
Yeah, before I started, like I didn't know I was actually going to be doing this art as a profession. Like I didn't even know what I was going to be doing. I was just there as a kid. Was not having that ambition that, oh, this is what I want to be in future. But I just knew while I was younger, I used to do this all this technical stuff and all. So I wasn't really stable, so I didn't know what exactly I wanted. So it all started while I was very young, when I was in primary 3. I just picked up pencil, like, okay, let me see. And then I started drawing, tracing out pictures from any magazine or something with this black tracing sheet into a plain paper. And I started that way. Then my dad told me if I have to learn how to draw, I had to take that off. Like I have to start practicing freehand. And I continued like that. I started with cartoons. Yeah, I started with cartoons. There was this, my friend, a family friend that lives next compound. His name is Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so I used to collect cartoons from him because he used to do all of this Marvel comics and all. So I collected from him and I started drawing and all of that. Several years to go, then it came down to 2016. Though I left the whole thing after I left secondary school.
Left secondary school,
like, I entered, I got into Yabatech 2014. I was like, come, what are you going to do with your life?
With your life, eh?
Yeah, get to do it. Then I just woke up one fateful morning, early January 2016. I was like, come, you can't draw now. What are you doing? I just picked up a pencil and paper. I just started doing freehand. And
that was it.
That was just it.
Wonderful, wonderful. So far, it has gotten you here. Let's look at your artworks now. Let's talk about this we have here. Let me start from the great Abamieda here. This is an iconic painting. I know a number of people have done this painting. Yeah. But what inspired you to actually do a drawing or a painting of Fela Aníkúlápó Kuti?
Yeah, already. Whenever I get to see any drawing of some other artist that didn't do it very well, I try to challenge myself, saying I can do this better. So
that was it.
That was it. That was what made me do this. I saw it on, I don't know, I've forgotten the page exactly. So I just said, come, this guy is drawing. He's looking funny. I don't want to mention. I even remember the artist name though. Yeah. So I just said, come, you have to draw this stuff, and and I know it to look like. And already on the street I live, Fela's house is like very close to the house. So it's like, okay, let me draw. Because people have been telling me draw Fela, because I usually draw outside my house sometimes. Yeah. So I just said, okay, let me draw.
And this is pencil art.
Yeah, pencil.
This is pencil art.
Pencil.
What is your area of specialization?
Yeah, just pencil.
Just pencil,
mainly
right?
pencil. But sometimes I usually mix it up. I can decide to just add the color, like paint or color pencil.
Okay, so you say you're a pencil artist.
Yeah.
All right, wonderful. And yeah, we know we're a football-loving country and all of that.
Yeah, that's Isaac Success.
Yes, Success Isaac from Watford. I can see. Yeah. I almost thought it was a Super Eagles jersey, but then I saw the first thing I saw was the EPL logo by the hand, and then I saw the Watford logo there. And Watford do have a green jersey and all of that. So wonderful. Why do you have a love for football?
Not like I'm a football fan.
Okay.
But I love to play the game.
Wait,
but
so
I'm not a football
you don't love football? So what sports do you?
There are other sports now.
Sports.
Like cycling.
Cycling.
Yeah.
So yeah, cycling. Okay, which other one? So you like cycling?
Yeah, I love cycling. I love swimming. Yeah. And I love rugby.
You serious? Oh, rugby. Okay. That's cool. We don't play so much of rugby here, but hey, come on, that's quite a very cool sport. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, and that's it. So we have something here. I don't know if you can see. Okay, maybe let's see. Just excuse me. Let me bring this here so I can take a very. I love this. This is a turtle.
Yeah.
This is a turtle.
A sea turtle.
A sea turtle, and this is a very. Let's talk about this painting.
Yeah, this is a realism kind of pencil art. It's called realism because it looks realistic.
Okay.
Yes, it does. That's called realism.
Yes, it does.
And that's what I mainly do. Like I'm focused on.
Okay.
I mainly try to make every of my artworks look very well, and I think that's what draws more clients to me.
Okay. There's a particular artwork which we couldn't put up on air.
Yeah.
That was very realistic. I don't know what inspired that one, but you know the one I'm talking about.
It was very realistic.
Don't worry about that one. Let's talk about the one in your hand now.
Yeah, this is
a duck. What's the local name? Is it this one called Chikeleke?
It's Kpekpeye they used to call it.
Kpekpeye. Hey, I've heard the English name now.
It's Kpekpeye now. This one is just white. So maybe this is the American type.
Okay, all right. Okay, so what's this meaning about? Is there any story behind this painting?
No story. I just because I'm a realist artist, I try to make sure any picture that draws my attention, I try to make sure that I must do this art and it must look very much like it. I wish I could show the reference too, but already seeing it, I'm sure you can see how realistic it is already.
Yeah.
So
now, personally, what does art mean to you? What does it do to you? Because for a number of people, I've spoken to people who arts to them is therapy. There's some people who arts to them is living in itself. What is art to you, and what does art do to you?
Yeah, art to me, though it has different meanings to so many people. Yeah, it's just what you have in you that you can get to express out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
And which I know there are 3 different kind of artists out there. I don't know if other people know more.
Yeah.
That's the ones that do art to speak to the society.
Okay.
The ones that do art just to make the money. And the ones that do art because they're passionate about it.
Wonderful, wonderful. Great guy, Cordell. It was great talking to you. And wishing you all the best. Make money as much as you love doing it. All right? Okay, so hey, come on. We still have a little bit more to come on the show. We'll take this short break now. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. Now, quitting your banking job for a reality TV show might not be a rosy experience.
Of course, but we have been joined in the loft by Jeff Nweke, former Big Brother Naija reality show contestant for Pepperdam edition.
Now, he was the 8th housemate and 3rd male to be evicted from the house after spending a total of 35 days. Goodness me. And now he's here to talk about life after the show and projects that he's currently working on. Welcome, Jeff.
Thank you so much. You ladies look very beautiful.
He actually looks beautiful too, I have to say.
You know what I was going to say, but I'm like, did you tell guys that they're beautiful?
Yeah, there are some beautiful men though. Look at that shot though. Oh
I
my
guess.
Skin.
Yeah.
I try. Skin like glass.
Ladies out there, calm down, calm down.
This camera is... Sorry, are you in Nigeria?
No, I am. I am.
Fully Nigerian though?
Fully Nigerian because my mom naturalized.
Okay.
She's originally she's Egyptian, Sudanese.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. So
right.
yes, I am Nigerian.
Yeah, it's some exotic.
And because of love, she gave up the other nationality for Nigeria.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nigerian men with the game.
You know? Yeah. Igbo men with the game.
But the way we started, earlier, banking.
Yeah.
That's a big deal. Leaving banking for reality TV.
Yeah.
How did that even happen?
Okay, so before I answer that question, shout out to my mom. It was a leap of faith, I'll say, to be honest. It was a leap of faith. I wasn't certain, I wasn't guaranteed of anything. Coming from a place of certainty into this precarious position that I found myself in. But then I thought to myself, if I have this opportunity right now and there's so many people, I mean, have you seen the auditions?
Yeah.
There's so many people that go out there, and I thought, I've made it this far. Like, I've been chosen, and I'm lucky and blessed to be one of these few people that they've chosen. And I thought, how else am I going to be grateful for life rather than, other than taking this step?
All right.
You know, I'd been in banking for a little while. I had served my time. I had learned a little more than I should have learned. And so I thought, this opportunity would come, and I'm young enough and single to do this. If I had a family that was dependent on me, I might not have. The skills would have tipped in another direction, but not this time. So I thought, let's do this. I'm sure everyone thought I was crazy, like, this boy. And guess what? I just had a promotion, and I'd just been promoted to a new level, and it had been backdated.
Oh, wow.
You know, so off that list, my name had popped out as like, exceptional.
Oh, wow. Goodness. And
so,
you let it go.
Yeah, it was. So to the management, it's like, where are you going to? And that's where I'm sure you guys would have seen on the internet about
you said
going to relocating.
Yeah.
So there was so much rumor around my resignation because I didn't tell anybody. My mom didn't even know where I was going. You know, she was scared that she actually called around and asked like, where's this guy? Like, because I was missing for some time.
Oh, so why didn't you tell your mom?
Because I feel like she's the type of person that would tell me, she's a private woman.
Oh, okay.
She'd probably tell me, you know what, don't do this. Don't do this.
And then that's it. Once Mercy says
exactly.
no, you can't go back.
Yeah, I mean, just out of respect to her, for her, you know. So yeah, and yeah, but I still did it.
But looking at life now, and with leaving the banking industry and the Big Brother experience, would you say you're proud of the decision you made?
Yes, I am, with no regrets.
No regrets?
Yeah, no regrets, to be honest. Because right now, I found myself having to be more disciplined.
Oh, in what regard?
So for instance, when I had worked in the bank, this was a formal setting. This is a place where I know I have to be up by 7. I know what to do in the morning, and I know I need to go out and work for these guys.
Yeah.
Okay? And in doing that, I'm working for myself. Now it's like I wake up in the morning and I find myself in this limbo.
Okay.
Because no one's telling me, oh, you have to do this, do that. I have to tell myself, like, I have to do this today because I need to achieve this tomorrow. So this leads to that, leads to this, to that.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, so this has given me some form. At first it was confusing because it's like, what am I doing today? Other than the interviews, okay, 1 or 2 people call you here, interviews, 1 or 2 deals to sign here and there, meetings here and there. It's like, okay, what else? And there are certain days where it's an off day, so there's nothing happening. I'm not used to just sitting at home watching TV.
I actually was interested in to note that there was an initiative you started.
Yeah.
And I felt that was really admirable. Even before the whole Big Brother thing ended, you guys had already started working on some things together.
Yeah.
You want to tell us a bit about that?
It was a cleanup environmental initiative. We had started that in Benue. We cleaned out the entire Benue Bridge.
Wow.
I'm sure a lot of people thought, oh, these guys are doing this for, for the cameras. But we didn't even realize there were cameras coming till we actually got there.
Wow. Okay.
And the thing is, when you start something, you expect so many people to come out.
Yeah.
But then they still doubt it. But then at the point where we actually started doing this, we found that there are floods of people coming out.
So to clean. So
to
you were
help
like
to assist
physically
cleaning.
cleaning. So are you saying sweeping?
Yes,
or what?
sweeping, raking,
Okay.
and then taking the dirt to the side and then having it moved to another place.
Okay. So why did you choose Benue and Jos?
So Benue, the initiative came and we were supported by the ex-chairman of Nexim.
Okay.
And so we started there. And then I said, okay, this is a good thing. Let's take this to Jos because I grew up in Jos.
Oh, okay.
I thought, okay, Jos has given me so much. I mean, this is the least I can do. So what I did is I actually had 2 of my friends from the house, Joe and Nelson.
Okay.
And I asked them, guys, here's the thing. I know you guys get paid to come out to cities and do this, but hey, I can't afford to pay you. This is something I want to do. And they saw a just cause in it. And they thought, yeah, let's do this with Jeff. And we went out to Jos. We had a good time.
Oh, that's nice.
I bragged about the cold, but it just wasn't that cold at that point in time.
Well, something else we need to not get cold right now is our food in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Great.
We need
Are we
you
about
to taste
to eat?
that. Yes, we are. Let's
do
go.
this.
Take a stroll with us.
But ladies first.
Yeah, sure. Here you go. This is
Sweet.
yours.
Is this me?
Got you.
Yeah, so we have a very first time chef in the house, Chef Wendy.
High five to you, Wendy.
She took time out
Nice one.
to prepare what she calls it's chicken
curry bean sauce.
Okay, yes, I wanted to say the bean sauce. So it's chicken, chicken curry, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so she had a twist
Thank
to
you.
it. It's with the bean sauce and steamed rice. And now she actually has a physical restaurant that you could actually visit. But she's going to quickly run you through how she prepared this because she also has mangoes in it.
Yep.
Yes,
Really?
she does.
Wow.
I'm not going to complain. I like mangoes.
You like mangoes?
I like curry. I like chicken. I love beans.
You love beans. Oh, so
And the
you
rice looks nice.
As in, it looks so
Too
amazing.
nice.
Too nice.
Can I take a picture?
Yeah, well, after the show maybe, but you have to taste it. You have to taste it
I
now.
have to taste
Yeah,
it.
you have to taste it. And give us your ratings.
Yeah?
Goodness. Here's the funny thing.
Yeah.
So I've always wanted to learn how to cook, and I feel like she'll be the reason I cook.
Oh, wow. Guys, lines.
And the next punchline is try not to fall too hard.
Oh,
Okay.
Lyrics. Let's go.
If I go any further, this food will be done.
No, but it's yours.
What do you think, though?
It's mine?
Yes, it's
I love
yours.
it.
Thank you very much, Jeff. Thank you to everyone who was part of the show. It's been a wonderful time. Big shout out to Homely. But we have to round up the show with, you know how we do it on Thursdays, live band performance.
Yes.
We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Edumare